I need to warn you about what's coming. If the market keeps climbing from here, buckle up. We may be heading into what some call the banana zone. It's the final stage of a crypto bull run. Coins can pump left, right, and center. You'll feel the mania. You might even start to believe it'll never end, and that we are entering the super cycle. That's the part of the cycle where people get rich and then lose it all. I saw it last cycle and I know what it looks like when it turns ugly. That's why I made a plan. I wrote down exactly how I would sell. And because I followed it, I actually kept my gains. Hello and welcome. I'm Anna, ex-product manager turned full-time crypto investor and creator of the Sovereign Stash strategy. And today, I'm going to walk you through how I actually sell my altcoins and keep the profits before the hype rug gets pulled. If that's exactly what you want to hear about, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Let's get into it. Every bull market ends the same way. Vertical charts, laser eyes, and exit plans thrown out the window. In March 2024, I was watching the YouTube channel Crypto Banter, and Rand started complaining some of his staff weren't coming to work anymore because they were suddenly millionaires. I remember thinking, that's a top signal. And sure enough, it was. Within weeks, the market nuked. That's when most people give their gains right back to the market because they never had a plan and they got greedy. If you're new here and don't even know where to start, let alone have a sell plan, grab my free 5-day email course, Crypto Survival 101. It walks you through how to build a smarter portfolio and gives useful, simple tactics for every day of the course. It's not financial advice, just tactics I wish I knew when I first started. Links in the description. Okay, on with the video. This is what I did differently. I didn't try to time the top. I followed a structured exit strategy I had written in the bear market when I was calm and level-headed. Here's what it included. I'm allowed to hold an altcoin as long as the price is above the 25-day exponential moving average or the 125 daily exponential moving average. The 25-day captures the short trend and the 125-day captures the dominant trend. The day the price closes below both the 25 and the 125 EMA, the position is sold. No debate, no hopium, I'm out. If you want to cut a little bit of slack, you could say if it's below both for more than, say, 3 days. This rule got me out while things still looked bullish to everyone else. It protects you from holding crypto that is losing momentum. Just note, these sell rules only apply to altcoins I treat as trades or medium-term rotations, not to Bitcoin or any multi-cycle altcoin convictions. So the assets in my trading account and some in my digital assets stockpile. And if that makes no sense to you, watch this video next because I explain my different crypto buckets as part of my risk management strategy in that video. Okay, moving on. I created monthly cash targets across the bull market. This meant even when prices looked strong, I trimmed anyway. I had to reach a milestone cash figure. This kept me protected in case of a black swan or flash crash. If a position started stressing me out, I sold part of it. That happened with Rune in early 2024. There wasn't a sell triggered by my 25-125 EMA rule, but my Rune position got so big so fast, I didn't feel comfortable. It was making me nervous and my nervousness was affecting my sleep. I was just overexposed. So I rotated half the position into Bitcoin and I never lost sleep over Rune again. And later I sold it all when it broke my 25-125 EMA rule. And since then, well, Bitcoin's basically doubled and Rune is back to close to my original entry now. So the market luckily rewarded me for prioritizing my peace of mind. But the truth is, you'll never regret sleeping better, but you may regret ignoring your stress signals. When I sold a high-risk meme coin or microcap during an altcoin rally, I rotated profits into stronger assets in 2024, like Bitcoin, ETH, or Sol, or I parked it in stablecoins. I never rolled profits from high-risk alts into the next high-risk or low-conviction coins just because they weren't pumping. You have to rotate into a lower risk token. When there's a lot of froth in a pumping bull market, after a period of time, it's better to only consider adding back into your core sovereign foundational assets that you're holding for multiple cycles or into cash. Either do that or just sit on the dry powder and be patient. There comes a time to sit and wait it out for a while. Wait for the market to cool off. The last thing you want is to be the last person deploying fresh capital into high-risk altcoins when the music stops. So don't be greedy. A safer, conservative tactic is for your portfolio to become more concentrated into your lower risk crypto the longer that froth continues. You're selling off the high risk and converting that risk into a more solid sovereign core. I've written down a number that I won't share with you, and that number is the value of my portfolio that, if I hit it, means I must sell 40% of my portfolio, no questions. Why? For a lifestyle upgrade. Now, I don't know which cycle I will hit that figure, but I've documented it and I have my rules. It's my own personal private top signal for lifestyle gains. So why sell 40%? Because I'm a major crypto bull and I plan to keep that other 60% still exposed to crypto in my sovereign stash and get a new place to live with the rest. So then I'll get back to grow my sovereign stash after that lifestyle upgrade. If I was already living in my dream home and location, and I would just keep growing my sovereign stash without setting it back so significantly. So when I sold last phase of the market, where did all those profits go? They didn't go straight back into altcoins. They went into cash and stablecoins, so I could buy future dips, my Bitcoin reserve, fattening the foundation of my sovereign stash, and other conviction holds. So altcoins, I believe, will lead the next cycle and multiple cycles. Here's how I think about cash. Price moves in a wave, and I subscribe to the idea that our cash piles should move in a wave too. So as portfolio value rises, cash should rise. As the market dumps, cash should fall because you're redeploying it. So I sell my cash and I buy those bargain basement assets again. Then I reset for the next cycle. I raise my cash position as the market gets overheated. That's what my calendar-based targets are for. If the market is hot and things look overvalued and nothing feels like a bargain, I might get to 30% or much more in cash. If the market's fairly valued or just sideways nothingness chop, I keep at least 15% in cash, often more. When things are undervalued, I buy back in, but slowly. But so that by the end of the bear market, I want to be like about 95% deployed again. So only maybe 5% cash left. That would be a goal of mine during a lengthy and bitter crypto winter or bear market. But in this kind of bull market, I've had to fight FOMO. There were times I wanted to ape more of my cash back in, but I didn't. And that discipline is why I'm staying in the game. I believe you should control greed. So let's recap my strategy. Don't wait for the top. Write your sell plan in advance. Follow price rules, time-based targets, and losing sleep signals. Rotate gains into Bitcoin, cash, or high conviction or top 10 assets only. Track your cash wave, raise it in euphoria, lower it in fear. Always keep exposure to the secular trend. Don't sell everything. Crypto is the future, but it's okay to sell for a lifestyle upgrade if that's a goal for you. You don't need to time the top perfectly. You just need to act on your plan when others are losing the plot. Drop a comment if this helped you, or tell me a sell strategy that's worked for you. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll get more content like this from YouTube. And you'll also be helping my channel grow. If you have any friends or family who are also in altcoins, ask them what their sell strategy is. If they don't have one, please share my video. I wrote out my sell strategy and went through it with one of my brothers. And I asked him what his sell strategy was as well, to double check he had one too. And if you haven't watched my 2025 altcoin game plan video yet, do that next. It lays out a 3-part framework on how I handle the early stages of another altcoin run and what I've been doing lately. And finally, I really want you to know, I care about my audience. The last thing I want is for you to get wrecked. So I strongly encourage you to write down your strategies and stick to them. I can't give financial advice, but I can tell you my personal crypto strategies and my opinions. Keep learning about crypto every day. The whole world is moving onto crypto rails, so it's valuable knowledge for your future and your freedom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.